right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rain, snow, sleet, every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off. A hater get up. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds.
We are just to the west of you, Coach, on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Arizona Cardinals.
Let's go, baby.
Here we go. Set. Let's make these babies cry on the way, man.
They go play action here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Ready.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
It's our time. It's our
Hey,
time.
stop.
Check three, check three. Alert, flare, alert.
Wait, got it. Green, triple T.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. I got you.
Wait, got it.
Jameis to throw it. Eluding the... And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Hey, let's get a conversion. Twins. Flip it. Heavy. 43. Wait, got it.
From the gun, Winston. And he's going to go down again. Terrell Suggs make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Johnson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. He's going to fire one deep, middle, and this will be caught at the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Murray escaping the pressure right. That is caught inside the 5. That one good for 26 and a first down. And the young Bucs showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Buccaneers' 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback, But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
A fourth-round pick in 2018, Chase Edmonds with a carry. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Chase Edmonds, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Cardinals 7, Buccaneers 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
43. I'm coming. Easy. 43 is the mic. Here we go. 43 is the mic. Echo. I'm scared. 43 is the mic. Hey, let's get off the field, D.
Winston. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 34.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready. Blue ready.
43. Check.
Easy.
It's a party now.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
6 get the ball right here.
Let's go.
Winston now to throw on first down. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Winston connecting with Howard. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
March 43.
Let's convert.
Working out of the gun. Winston. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Being chased out left. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on third down, Murray. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
Taking it about the 16. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and now it's second down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Easy.
43's the mic. 43's the mic.
They run the counter. It's Logan. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Let's go.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Ready. Blue lady.
Mike, 58, right there.
Hey.
58 is Mike. Watch the backer, watch the backer.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston, he's going to launch, and this will be caught at the 30. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Logan. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Ready? Black 25 behind.
Check, 43. Time to go, night. Wait. 43 to Mike. All day. 43.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Logan. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get into football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Flip it. Check, 43. I got you, sir.
Green, triple T.
Slam.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 12-yard line.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year, but that was in only 10 games. 6'6", 251, and can run. Find a way to get him the ball as they just did there.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Joker.
49, check 49. Easy. Let's go.
Barber on 1st and 10. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Winston now. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Johnson. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Forced out to his left. That's caught out left by Perriman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Easy.
43 is the mic. Come on, dude. 5-0.
Now Winston going up top. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big pickup of 38.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, 2 hands, 2 hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, this from 37. Oh, and this one slides to the right on Gay. He missed it. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have, and he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
No, I love what you just said there. You nailed it because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Jameis now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
Play action now. Winston. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
You got nothing.
Green, triple team.
58, come on. 58, come on. We go. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58. Let's go.
Here's Winston. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Chandler Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Easy.
Ringo. White. Delta. 58 for Mike. It's going to be a...
Now Winston. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They go play action. Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Brings up 4th down.
Here's Matt Gay now for the Bucs field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
First down, Cardinals.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They're on the 12-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down now, it's Barber. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense.
I'm here all day. Easy. Get him. You got him.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Focus, defense, focus. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
3rd and short yardage. Winston trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Now it's Peterson. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. Pittsburgh. Watch the slip. Watch the slip.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Now Murray, he bootlegs it. On the move to his left. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. To throw on 3rd down, Murray. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. So that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Easy. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. Go. 35's the mic. All day.
Throwing, Winston. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Terrell Suggs in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Off the play fake, Winston. He's got a man, complete. 33 yards that time.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
Buccaneers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
65. Easy. Check 3. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Check 3.
On 1st down, it's Logan. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 43 is the mic. Oh, here we go. Look small. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Let's go.
Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. 3rd down here. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Single receiver. Let's go. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. They'll throw again. Winston. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Ryan Glasgow in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Green, triple team. Henry. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check. 43. Let's go, defense. Hey, man.
From the gun, Winston. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Corey Peters in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. And Gay knocks this one through. And that gets them back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Go. At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
43's the mic.
Following the interception, Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. This is Logan. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball. Easy. On the rep. Let's go right here. 43's the mic. Wait. Check. 43's.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved
did.
The defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Cardinals, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else in their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I am a king, not a pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milkers burning my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it slow. I'm starting to get players of blessings alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like think you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of it to the well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk inside the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clippity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice. Taking notice. Taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice.